Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Time Machine. 'Tis I, of course, your awesome host, Harper. Hi, how's it going? We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. I felt like making some dark art. Ooh, let's get spooky. Also, FYI, this voiceover is coming off the top of my head. Absolutely no script, seat of my pants. It's going to be a lot of pregnant pauses, but we're going to go for it anyway. Okay, looks like I glued down some pieces of paper with Mod Podge, the matte version, and then some white gesso to get some... Whoa! Pencils! What in the world? Here we go. Dixon Ticonderoga Black, my favorite. Let's do this. Okay, I'm drawing an eyeball. There's an eyebrow. Ooh, spooky teeth, right? That's going to get spooky. Here we go. There's some teeth. This is going to be really scary. Okay, that's some hair, I guess. I don't know. Looks like hair. It's very... Okay, here we go. Bottom jaw. Those are some more teeth. Rawr. So I'm just going to pencil in this kind of a rough drawing here first. That's an eyeball. Let's get this eyebrow super dark for some reason. I don't know why. See, the problem with doing spooky stuff is like, I also like to do funny stuff. So when you do funny stuff, then you try to do spooky stuff, people don't think your spooky stuff is that spooky. And I want people to think my spooky stuff is spooky, but since I like doing funny stuff, it's not really a thing. Okay, I've switched over to charcoal here. Man, I wish I wouldn't have drank all those beers before I started. You know what? Let's go ahead and crack another freshie. Oh yeah. All right, there's some teeth. We're drawing some teeth. That's a charcoal, just a regular crappy brand of charcoal. Where am I putting this beer? There it is. Let's get the bottom teeth in there. Yep. That's a jaw. Looks like it. Cool. Yeah. Ooh. Trigger warning here. There's going to be a lot of finger work on this video. I don't know what that means either. Let's move on. Okay, I'm trying to get some variations of tones here. Build some values with this charcoal. Spoilers, though. When I start laying down some paint on top of this, those values are all going to disappear. So, sad. Anyway, more rubbing. Here we go. Yep, rub some more. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's fine. Completely legal in 48 states. Okay, more. Okay, let's move on. Where's the paint? Can we get to the paint part? This isn't that spooky. Okay, I'm going to take a pencil and make a bunch of lines across it because it makes a cool texture, and you will see that later on, or maybe you won't. Whoa! What's going on there? Here we go. Finally, we got some paint. This looks like it's some watercolors. Just regular cheese ball brand. It is cerulean blue. That sounds fancy. That sounds like a real artist. Am I right? No? Okay, let's keep moving. I'm going to lay in some shadows here. E-O with my finger. You'll notice I do a lot of pushing around and changing stuff up with my fingers. Now, here's the first appearance of the flick. Oh shit, it's already gone. Hey, that's a cool crease I just made with that blue paint. Neat. All right, this is one of my favorite tools. This is a palette knife, or just a knife or whatever, and on the end of that palette knife is one of my favorite unsung colors that I love that you should get that will really help your stuff look awesome, and that is called unbleached white. Yeah. It's gonna make your stuff look good because it's not super bright white. It has a little bit of a yellow tinge. Tinge is a word, right? It is. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and swallow there. That's really, really effective. I'm going to take a swig of this Reeb. Okay, excuse me. I didn't mean to do that on camera. I'm working on the eyelid here. More knife work on the forehead. Let's bring out some of these highlights. And then the fun part is doing the teeth. Teeth are always like, hey, I'm spooky, look at me. More finger work, more nice stuff. Picking the guy's nose, I guess. I don't know, here we go. And yeah, this part of the video is kind of slow a little bit. Okay, here we go. Moving on to an oil stick or an oil crayon, whatever you want to call it. And this is obviously a red. Wow. Okay, and we're going to add some into the eyes because that always, a little bit of blood action. Don't want it to be over the top spooky because that's just not that great. And this is definitely one of my favorite new tools as well, is the oil stick. I just ordered a bunch more, including white, which is going to be very exciting. Hold on, I got a burp. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and put some of these colors out in the rest of it too, just to try to grab some balance. You might not know that they're there at first, but then after a while, you'll be like, good heavens, there they are. Okay, that small debut right there real quick was a gray oil stick. It'll be back. Don't worry if you missed it that time. I'm going ahead and I'm going to fill in some of the line work back in. There it is. There's that gray stick. Ooh, a little highlight on the nose. Good thinking. Let's do some forehead action. Right. Okay. Hey, sounds good. Look at that. Yep. More touching it. Just get in there and get crazy. Just push the stuff around with your finger. Whatever you want to do. It's all nuts. Whoa, zoom in. Oh, here we go. Now, when I was doing this, the only thing I really had in mind was this title that's a part of a line from a TSOL song. I believe in the song called Triangle. It's about a secret agent. He doesn't want to be a secret agent anymore, but you can't quit like that because they're going to have to take him out. It's a whole long story. Anyway, that's kind of a spooky line, so I'm like, yeah, we'll put this in this guy's mouth, like he's saying, this others will come for you. Yeah, I'm scared looking at it. Okay, this is some watered down gesso, just getting some drippity drip drip drops all over it because that says spooky. Boom, there it is. Nice. And then adding some white flick on top of that, some brush flick action. Go ahead and dab some of that off. I can say dab if I want. And fill in some of these letters again. Okay, let's go ahead and reinforce the teeth. More unbleached white. Right there, this guy needs to go to the dentist because, wow, it's really bad. Okay, let's add a little bit more here. Let's punch up that cheek. Keep it rough, keep it grainy. There's a black crayon, the big beefy kind. Here comes a little bit more of the blue on the flick, on the toothbrush. Let's do some ASMR. Here we go. I'm going to be quiet now. The main problem I had with this image is that it just came out too literal. It's just like, look at me, I'm spooky. I'm so spooky. And, I don't want it to be just like smacking you over the head spooky. So I think I'm going to do 3 of these spooky drawings. Stop saying spooky. And the next one I'm going to make not so literal. It's not going to be abstract, but it's going to make you say, is this spooky? It is spooky, and for some reason I'm very disturbed inside, and good Lord, where's my mommy? Shit like that. That's what I'll be going for next time, so come on back for the next one. And meanwhile, why don't you head on over to my Patreon and sign up, because let me tell you, friends, this shit is cheap, but it ain't free. And yes, I stole that line from Austin Kleon's newsletter. And since we were talking and painting some spooky stuff today, I'd like to leave you with this final thought. Excuse me. See, that's not very spooky. Dude, you really can't do that. I wouldn't do that if I was you. That doesn't seem very spooky at all. I mean, people aren't going to think that's very spooky.